Hip hop. I'm out. In case I'm not here tomorrow, I hope that you heal your sorrows. I hope that you pump your throttle. Ride to my music, I know I'm trying to just use it to hold on tight like a shoelace. Kwa juma ya army man, muka tizi jam ka ambulance. Ambulance, 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 ambulance. Motivate your damn self, put that beanie to the shelf. Play them cards, you step. Yo. If I am not here tomorrow, I hope that you heal your sorrows. I hope that you pump your throttle. Ride to my music, I know I'm trying to just use it to hold on tight like a shoelace. Kwa juma ya army man, muka tizi jam ka ambulance. Trying to stack up my bands, oh that's the root of evil. I'ma need a couple plans, get me feeling like Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, I kill it, don't need a feature. Trying to get my pockets deeper, trying to jump to the stars like they put shocks in my sneakers. Only need good energy, I tell the bull how to. Burning mics, I've been an arsonist, I'm fully culpable. Bunch of bullets swap my troubles, look like when I'm on the road. Chop them down with conversations on the phone, the microphone. The talk is big though. The talk is big though. Motivate your damn self, put that PD to the shelf. Play the cards, you a stealth. Motivate your damn self.
Motivate your damn self.
Motivate your damn self.
Motivate your damn self.
Motivate your damn self. Get that bull to the shelf. Ain't no shit you can't shelf. I got siblings opposite gender, to tell the truth I'm afraid. Cause what my gender mate's been up to is truly just but a shame. Getting walls with pictures of happier days, smeared up with blood stains and awful whales, yellow tape and sorrow tales. I can't imagine what it's like to be a child in such a home. Cause growing up my biologic hope put hands up on my mama. And it's been over a decade and today it wears my soul down. Now imagine bloody showdowns. I guess the world is full of pain, it's a natural part of life. And we're coming up out the womb, they should greet us with packs of ice. Not the smiles and a bunch of lies of how life is love and light. Emphasize that it held so tight, blow that down. Candlelight, blow that down. Dynamite, I break it down with the green lessons. I stay gone off the green essence. It won't be long to the ching checking. I switch up flows, keep tune stepping. I'm freaky though with the right feminine. Broken from melanin, bonds on the knee. When I get up and run on the beat, 9 times out of 10 you'll find I'm a beast. Well dressed on the box, not the sound of a crease. New day, good health, all that I need on the table right now is my rest slip. Caesar's dues and that shit. Got me feeling like I need to do the grandest. Keep producing classes and copper mashing. Off the proceeds, I proceed to break this sweat like what's a cheat code. He go 0 to hero, he reloaded. Lyrical beat hoping. I've been pope with these verses. Been on track so much my hips hurt. Still I keep talking to my magnum opus. I guess fate beat Carla Jack. I guess fate beat Carla Jack.
Into the moment, this is life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some nice chills. I knock them out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. Tapping into the moment, this is life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock them out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. I treat this like a sport, ESPN. Got your favorite rapper nagging like, let's be friends. Tell me what's a little rapper to a thespian. They best begin working on their next big plans. I practically dance on these beats, I skate through the middle. My heart's ice, full of pain and some riddles. My heart's light, full of games and tickles. That's duality, working through these parts to find some peace. That's some alchemy. The way it go, mama looking at me and she tell me that she proud of me. Sister looking at me and she tell me that she follow me. Thinking about my dad and how I had to learn dichotomy. Thinking about the way this shit lay down on me. Calorie, thinking about my life and all that turned me to anomaly. Thinking about this bitch who went and fucked the dude that wasn't me. Snakes was in the grass, that's why I had to learn dichotomy. Thinking about the way this shit lay down on me. Calorie, tapping into the moment, this a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock them out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. Tapping into the moment, this a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock them out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. No, the range, bound, chains, I can't snap. I feel, like for days, like a kite, fly, like I feel, lost, confused, not amused, treated veritable. I feel everything, I feel everything. I've been working on myself, baby, you can see the work, All I'm with now is down dogs and mountains and mudras. My sweat ball's been drowning, can tell if I'm rhyming or these rhymes are something like sutras. They teach me, release me, they snap chains, they free me, they guide me through milky pathway to chill breeze. The block hot, I keep cool, not, it's me, Jurassic, too classic, new tactics on these dudes. On tracks, I'm athletic, got backflips on backflips on backflips on back weight. I ain't trying to catch no backache, that's enough. Mood 05 fabulous, rule long ride saddle up. Food draw blood, Dracula, who acting up? I put souls in a good place when I leave mine in a good tape full of good taste. They plugged into a new chase for the new taste. They hungry, too great was born to be. Right on time it dawned on me, I switched up anomaly. Tapping into the life skill, but I'm in my light chills. I knock 'em out of fact. They should call me NyQuil. Tapping into the moment, this a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I guess some light chills. Get some light chills. They should call me NyQuil.
Hey, Quill, look. I know that you praying I crack, but dog, the only thing cracking is pussy and jokes. The way that I run on these tracks, it's easy to think. I went and I took me an oath. I dive on the mic and I'm leaving the studio froze. I'm trying to get through to your soul. I'm serving a premium flows. If it go over their head, they simply slow. You say that I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I do it, you move in the post. Say that I'm off on a trip. If I think with a rap, I'm finna get to my goals. I'm feeling attacked, I feel like a stab on the back. But fuck it, I'm lifting the load, cause that's just the way that it go. Quit calling my phone, I'm busy, I'm bringing the smoke. All that I see is a Jan who acting like G's, and I'm busy changing the tone. I'm trying to get to the cheese, my heart on my sleeves. I'm hoping they pay for my woes. I'm taking the pain with the growth. Playing with my name is a no. I murder all of your soldiers, I put them under hypnosis. You know the boy been the coldest, Jack. Hey, when I be leaving the nest, yeah, I gotta put on a vest, yeah. All the streets is a mess, yeah. I cannot show my address, I know they feeling a test. They wanna see me with bless. You know how sticky it gets, hey, you know how sticky it gets, yeah. You know how sticky it gets, hey. They wanna see me relax, yeah. I cannot show my address, hey. I gotta put on a vest, hey. I know they feeling a test. Look, I give them a mask, I'm keeping the real me. Say that you made me, I be like build me. Been in the trenches, I'm already filthy. Hey, shit is too real, this here is not Disney. Over the bull, don't care if you miss me. Honestly, I'd rather chop it with Bixby. Hey, I lost count on my kill streak, dog. That's nothing but history, dog. That's just a little strip tease, dog. Full clip and it will distort. This the part where my plans need heart. Turning up the crime rate is back-to-back murder. Changing my fate, I feel like Nat Turner. Fuck, you got me up on the back burner, folk. Trajectory's vertical. What's next for me's personal, so y'all can't be next to me. Make them redefine what's a masterpiece. Fucking up the piece, pour the gasoline. Bounce they never seen. What's a trampoline? Pressure building up, bursting at the seams. What a time to re-up. I've been in a rush, going after dreams, they say I should ease up. Or you might just go lose yourself to get universally loved. Tell me who done woke the beast up. Tell me how they gonna keep up. Jack Quill, nigga.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuchapiane show, You already know this is Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content. I am super excited, super gassed for today's show. I have so much lined up for you guys. And the first segment on this show is the interview segment, and my guest is already here. I am super excited, super amped to be able to get to talk to him, find out about him, get to know a bit about his history, and also get to know where he is at right now. I have a poet, a songwriter, a rapper, a creative. His name is Jack Quill, and he is in the building right now. And we are about to chop it up with him, get to know all about him, get to know about his music, get to know where he went to school, this and that. And he is in the building with me.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. What an introduction.
Yeah, man.
Poet. Damn.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Happy to be here.
He is designing a legacy bar after bar, man.
That's right.
That's right. So let's first start with the name,
Yeah.
Jack Quill.
Yeah.
So for me, I remember back in school when we had Quill.
Yeah.
The ink?
Yeah.
So I first wanted to ask, was that like your inspiration or is that your actual name?
That was my inspiration because I was thinking about I felt like every verse that I was writing was, classic. And where my mind took me was the quill feathers, the quill pen.
Yeah.
So it was the quill, the ink was sort of like a double entendre, an unintended one. But what inspired me was the quill feathers.
Okay.
'Cause everything I write is, classic. So Jack Quill. Jack is a short form of my name, my real name, Jacinda.
Jacinda.
Yeah.
Nice. Incredible. That's why I was like, wait, is this where he got the inspiration from? And
You were along the right lines.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let us talk about school, high school. Where were you?
I was in a school called Highway Secondary School in South B.
Nice.
Yeah.
What were you like in school? Were you like reserved? Were you
man.
outgoing?
I'd like to sit here and lie and say I was calm. I was not. I was a troublemaker, man. I'll be honest. I was a troublemaker, but I was also reserved when I needed to be. I feel like I was one of those people who I went with the flow a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes I went with the flow. Sometimes I was causing the flow. I remember participating in a lot of the drama festivals, music festivals.
All right.
But to be honest, I just went to see the ladies because I knew the ladies there.
Yeah.
But sports. I didn't do sports, but I would be on the pitch almost every evening because my friends were into sports. They played basketball, rugby, all that. High school was really fun. Like sometimes I think about it and I'm like, how did I manage? How did we have all that fun with no money? Because we was broke.
Right.
But the fun was just over the roof, man. It was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious as to when you started doing poems. Was that in high school or was it after?
I feel like I started first of all, like I said, with the high school clubs. But at that time, I wouldn't say the interest was there fully. It was just like, like I said, those chicks and my friends were in these groups, so I joined. But like the real interest for me started way poetry in specific. It started a bit much later.
Yeah.
First poem I remember ever writing seriously was sometime in campus. I went through something and I wrote a poem about it, but that's not something I still appreciate it. To date, I still watch it. Even last night, there's a page on YouTube called Poetry Me Please. You know it?
I know it, yeah.
So I watch that a lot. But, writing itself, I write more my writing is more of rap verses.
Okay.
But infused with poetry, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about your family. Are you the only kid? Do you have siblings?
2 sisters, 2 younger sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like you're the firstborn.
Yeah.
Hey, firstborn manenos. How is it?
Oh man, it is It's great, man. I feel like, especially lately, I'm just in a phase where I want to be. I hope I am the best inspiration I can be to them. That wasn't so much of my concern in yesteryears,
Yeah.
but lately that's like something I'm keen on. I hope
Okay.
that how I'm moving and how I'm living can help them want to be better versions of themselves. Yeah. Two
Nice.
younger sisters, love them to death. One is doing nursing in Mombasa.
Oh,
The
nice.
other one is pursuing some chef catering type of course somewhere in South Sea. So
Dope.
yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah.
Let's talk about now uni. You now finish high school. Where do you go to uni? What do you study?
I went to Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I was studying mass communication actually.
All right.
Yeah. If I wasn't rapping, I'd probably be a co-host.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I studied mass communication, specialized in PR and print media. Yeah, did that for a while, for like 4 years. Got done with that, moved on, worked a few jobs here and there. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So in uni, this is when you write like your first poet. I mean,
Yeah.
your first poem. And you're like, okay, maybe I could be a poet. Like, maybe this is my calling.
It actually started, that first poem was after, like, when was it? Like a year or two after I actually started writing verses. What came first
Okay.
were the verses.
All right.
For me, what inspired me were like 2 albums, Take Care and Bonsina. I remember Take Care was 2011. Bonsina was 2013.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for those 2 albums, I don't know what would have happened, because we live in this version of the multiverse, so this is what happened. But if those 2 albums, my own
Like you-
music, maybe
you-
I would just have stagnated or remained at that I'm passionate about. I like rap music. But those 2 albums for me, crucial. Like
Wow.
that might even Take Care. It's been on my mind for a while. I like taking my time with my tattoos, but
Yeah.
it's been on my mind for a while to just tattoo like Take Care on my right arm, because that album is super important to me.
Okay, I hear you. So here you are, you're writing
Yeah.
verses. How is it?
Dope.
What are you writing
Now or then?
then?
Just a lot of, like, we were talking about lo-fi beats before
Yeah.
we came on. So like that's one of the first, apart from Drake and J. Cole, that kind of hip hop is the kind of hip hop that got me. So I was writing to a lot of lo-fi beats. I was freestyling at parties.
Yeah.
It wasn't like serious verses. Not like, I feel like right now it's like both a blessing and a curse,
Yeah.
because right now I've done it for so long. I can sometimes end up like overthinking, but actually back then there was a lot of freestyling. I remember
Yeah.
there was a bit of writing. I would write on my own in my hostel. Then when I'm like chilling with people, I would be freestyling at parties. So it was like a mix of both. I feel like I was just finding my footing, and there was all this excitement out from this. Like, it was like a new thing. It's like having a new toy as a kid. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's incredible. So here you are. Did you graduate?
Oh yeah, I did graduate.
You
yeah,
did?
Yeah,
So you graduated. You're still writing, still freestyling, right?
yeah.
You get a couple of jobs here and there. I'm just very curious. What did you do in terms of jobs?
The first one, I was pretty much handling like just paperwork in the office.
Okay.
It was just, I got in, I was told, yo, that's the printer, you'll be doing this, this, and this. I did that for like almost a month. I got tired of it because they weren't even paying me. And because I got another one which was paying me. This was like an internship. So I moved there. There I was given, what was I doing? I was doing pretty much the same thing, like handling documents around the office, writing press releases. There was like an in-house publication, so I was tasked with, a couple of us were doing it, but I had like my own quota of articles that I had to submit per week for the publication.
Okay.
I was doing some photography, basically things revolving around corporate comms. Yeah.
So did you quit? You're like, hey, this is...
Oh yeah. I did it for a while. Like almost three 3 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, but then, yo, that life, man,
You were like, this 9 to 5 is not for me.
it it's really not easy. Like, I respect anyone who's thugging it out in the 9 to 5 scene.
Yeah.
Like, I literally remember days. It's not easy out here. I'll say that.
True.
but I would rather pick this struggle than that. Like, there were days when I was like deeply questioning, like, what am I even doing here? It's like you're feeling like you're just stagnating
Yeah.
in this path that you don't see any future for yourself, and it's just sucking your soul.
I hear
Anyway,
you.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah. 9 to 5 is
Yeah.
crazy. So here
Yeah.
you are, you're like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
I have a bigger calling,
Yeah.
and that's music.
Yeah.
So 2018 comes lately.
Yeah. Lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 7 songs, and I'm very curious
You have
before.
your facts. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Before lately, I want to know, what were you doing?
Before lately, like I said, I was just doing a lot of freestyling, a lot of rapping. I remember I recorded like maybe 2 or 3 songs at a friend's studio in Juja. It was like, if you listen to that first mixtape, if you listen to it like someone who appreciates hip hop, you can tell that I hadn't just started.
Yeah.
You can tell that I had done it for a
You'd
while.
done it
I
for a
just
while.
hadn't put a project out.
Yeah.
So in between, the freestyling and the rapping started pretty much as soon as, I feel like campus was the perfect time because it gave me this space away from home. It's the first time I'm away from home. I have my own space, and it allowed me to explore this art further. So it was something I was doing almost every day from like late 2013 up until the point where I was dropping lately.
Okay.
It's just that during that period, a project was never on my mind. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you decided, I need to do a project. This is me. And then comes lately in 2018. And you talk about the journey is inwards, master your motion.
Yeah, that's my second album. Yeah.
Yeah, that's your second album.
Yeah.
So I want to know, from 2018 to now, your album, how has this journey been? Who are you working with?
The journey, the first part of the question, the journey has been dope. I feel like the more I do it, the more I understand my art form. I understand what I want to say, understand how I want to execute it, whether it's the people I'm working with, whether it's the kind of opportunities I'm seeking out. So the journey has been dope, ups and downs, but it's been really dope. In terms of working with, I work with a lot of producers. On my first album, I worked with like 4 different producers. On the second album, I was keen on, because like I said, J. Cole is like one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
And one of the things that strikes me, has always made an impression on me about him, is the fact that he produces for himself. So that's what motivated me to like work on my own beats for the second album.
Yeah.
Because I was just trying to emulate the legends, For this third album, I made the beats, but I didn't mix the album. It was mixed by an engineer called Trevor. There was one beat there from HR the Messenger. I've worked with also, there was a songstress called Gabby Andia, who blessed a record called The Door. That jam would not be what it is without her input. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
So yeah, I work, basically it's just like whoever, for me energy is like even more important than skill. Like if the energy is right, I feel like we'll be able to come up with something impactful, because I don't think I can sit and work with someone, whether it's a producer or a fellow artist or whoever, if the energy isn't right. Even the output it'll reflect.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of how I approach it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I want to know, how would you describe your sound?
I would say self-aware,
Okay.
sometimes even a bit too much maybe. Honest. I would also say energetic, fierce. Sometimes it's very fierce. Like some of my verses, I'm sure, unless you just love hip hop, like really love hip hop,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can sit through some of my verses. Sometimes, sometimes for me, it's like there's a light in my torso, and I'm just trying to let it out. So sometimes it gets fierce, sometimes it gets chill, meditative, but it's almost not almost. It's always revolving around hip hop. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
When it comes to producers, who do you gravitate towards the most? What do you look for when you're looking for like a producer, or who are you looking for before?
Before, before I feel like I was just working with beats that resonate with me. Of course, that's different now.
Yeah.
I feel like the most important thing is if the beat just sits well with me. If I hear it and I feel like it's drawing out like some bars within me, like all I really need is like the first or second bar, and once I have that, I'm gone. I don't like overproduced beats.
Okay.
Maybe unless it's something like a dramatic interlude or something. But I feel like if you analyze even the best music, it's really just like a synthesizer, drum pad, and maybe that's it. So I'm not a big fan of overproduced beats. Basically anything I vibe with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah.
Let's talk about making music in Kenya. And I want to know, because for every artist or every creative, they always have just different sides to their story.
Yeah.
And I want to know for you, how has it been making music in the 254?
Making music in the 254 is like it's like being in the Sahara. It's not for the faint of heart, man.
It's
Like,
not.
It is not for the faint of heart. That glamorous image
Yeah.
that you can have as a young artist coming into the game, that gets chipped away quick the more you do it. But I feel like to make music in the 254, you really have to love it.
Yeah.
You really have to love it. I don't know, maybe it's a global thing. I don't know. Like I've talked with some people who are currently doing music outside the 254. And they say the same thing. They're like, wherever they are, the industry, it's brutal, it's cutthroat, it's competitive. But I don't know. Like I feel like if you can thug it out in the 254, other places shouldn't be as hard. Because I say this because it's like a journey of how do I put it? You have to motivate your own self. Like you can literally be putting out world-class content and not an eyelid will budge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to be able to mentally look past that and see the value in what you do without the approval. Like there's a bar in my latest album where I said, what did I say? Sans the applause. I mean, it's in dark chambers. I know that. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something to the effect of, I've been doing my best without the applause. So you have to unhook your mind from the need for the public applause and really zone into your art and just see where it goes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So your music is different.
Yeah.
Your songs are different. Your lyrics are very honest. They're deep. They're emotional. And I want to be able to know, for you making such music, how has it been with the listeners? Do they resonate with it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How has that been?
Yeah, like I wouldn't say my fan base is big, but resonance is definitely there.
Okay.
It's definitely there. Like sometimes people send me DMs and I'm like, guys, I'm not Jesus. I'm not doing the Lord's work. I mean, maybe I am.
Maybe
I don't
you
know,
are.
but
Who knows?
I feel like sometimes what I put in these records, it makes people feel like there's literally people who maybe randomly you meet them out in the streets and the way they approach you and how they treat you, you can tell there's a level of reverence they've given you that even yourself you're like, okay, whoa, this
Wait.
is wait.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy making music, man. But it's there. Like people resonate, people appreciate what I make. And even lately, the one of the dopest things that's happening to me lately is when I go for shows, I meet people who tell me I came specifically to see you. Like that to me is that's crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's incredible for me. So
That's huge.
yeah.
So I'm very curious. As an artist, there are people who would like to experiment and probably try different genres. And for you, hip hop being like your main genre, have you thought about venturing into like other genres as well?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like even currently I have like I'm really thinking where I wanna like right now I'm like a few mixtapes in and 3 albums in. And I'm really thinking where I want to take the sound, but I have a few records that are, of course, like I said, I stay within the zones of hip hop, but I also like the sounds of people like The Weeknd,
Okay.
people like Brent Fires. So yeah, I'm really thinking where I want to take the sound. I don't necessarily think like I just have to. I'm a rapper. That's it. Done. Foot
True.
down.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, no, no. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, some of the music that I may drop going forward might be more heavily infused by such people like I mentioned. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You've gotten to work with very few people on your music.
yeah.
And I want to know, is there a reason as to why this is, or you just haven't found or wanted to feature other people on your music?
No, it's not that I didn't want to feature. I'll be honest. Like when I was like coming up, I feel like okay. I think I'm still coming up, so the journey's still going. But let me say, in earlier years, I was too out there. Like I was the kind of guy who, you go around the industry, you go to events, you'll meet people, you'll get contacts, you'll get this, you'll get that.
Yeah.
So I wasn't afraid to be that guy. Like, yo, I'm in your DM, bam, here's my record, let's do a feature. Oh,
Yeah.
1, 2, you've gotten who so and so's WhatsApp number, bam, here's my record. What you like? I was so out there, and it felt like I'm giving too much of my spirit away. And it's like the more you do that, the more I think people confuse that with you don't recognize your own self or something.
Okay.
So like it just got to a point I realized, you know what, let me chill, let me work on my own music. And this is about to sound very egotistic.
Okay.
Full
Say it.
disclaimer.
Full disclaimer.
Let me chill, let me work on my own music, and let these people, let them be the ones to hear what I'm doing and be like, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Because the more I could send like 1 million DMs, I could reach out to you 100 times, but why would that artist stop what they're doing to look at what you're doing? Like everyone is busy trying to build their own castle,
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm not down to work with people. I'm super down. I just got tired of reaching out. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would you want to work with?
Oh man.
Let's start with the 254, then we can go international.
Oh man. I don't know. Locally, I'd like to do something with Xenia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be dope.
I'd like to do something with who else? There's a guy called Swahili Papi. This guy's
Swahili
very
Papi
elusive.
is,
This record
yeah,
should have happened a long time ago. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll hear this. I'm still down to work with him.
I think also you and Loki, Loki the Great?
Nah.
I think you guys
You put
would
me
make
on.
like dope music. Yeah, because it's the same kind
Yeah.
of vibe. Yeah.
Who else? I'd like to do something with Kali. Just because, like, for a minute back then, he inspired me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like that would be for the younger me. I'd like to do something with Kali.
Dope.
Yeah, man. It's a couple of people locally outside Kenya. I'd like to do something with Reese. Stogie T.
SZA.
Yo, you just
See what
you
I
just
did
went-
there? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There's a producer called Mash Beats. I like his beats. He produces. I don't know whether he currently produces for Reese or they had like a fallout. I don't know. But his beats are so dope. There's a videographer called, I've forgotten his name, but he shot. There's an Aries song called "We Both Know Better." He shot that video and he's done a couple of things for South African artists. I like his direction.
Dope.
I'd like to work with him on maybe a video too.
All right.
Sakodi, like it's a lot of people.
A lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
Incredible. Well, I am sure you'll definitely get to work with them. Yeah,
God's ears.
we're putting it out there to the
God's ears,
universe.
God's ears.
Yeah. Let's talk about Darkroom Media.
Yeah.
You've gotten to work with them a lot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about when you first met, because your visuals are like insane.
Yeah.
They're different.
Credit to them, yeah.
Yeah, credit to them. Let's talk about when you first got to work with them and how it's been.
It's been dope. What's the first thing I worked on with Darkroom? Oh, the first thing I worked on with Darkroom was Die Hard. The Die Hard music video, which is, I think it's still like #1 on my YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
People love that song for some reason. It baffles me. Like it's a great song. I'm not saying it's a bad song. It's
Yeah.
just like sometimes I'm like, wow, like you guys really like this song. I have people who know me by just that song.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first visual I worked on with Darkroom. Then I think we did a live session for my album. We did To the Bank. We did New Decade, Same Dreams. We did a couple of videos. Yeah,
Dope.
they're very dope, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
We haven't been in touch in a while. I guess life gets in the way sometimes, but they're really dope guys, man, and
True.
they were very crucial to that phase of my journey.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Because I saw them work on a couple of your visuals and I was like,
Yeah.
these guys are dope.
Oh
like,
man, like I really wish, I wish like they keep at it wherever they
Yeah.
are. I hope they pick it back. Like I look at them, and I see like growth to like lyrical lemonade levels if they keep at it.
yeah. I hear you.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your lyrics and how you become vulnerable. There's a song called A While, and you're like, guarded my heart and
yeah.
evaded depression
Yeah.
because some of the moments in my life were,
Yeah.
or I've been really low.
Came right from the people that are my people, the people that aren't calling close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to know, for you who is being vulnerable, how is it? Like, you're putting yourself out there, you're opening up, you're telling people, hey, look, I was depressed or I've been going through this. I want to know, because, we listen to the music and we take it in, but then for you as an artist,
Yeah.
you are actually pouring and
Yeah.
putting yourself out there.
Yeah. I was watching, I can't remember which artist it was, but I liked how they put it. They were like, it's like a rinsing. Like you rinse yourself of these energies.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's not easy, man. But I would say it's almost like a need, because some of these emotions and thoughts, they can either one, live inside you and eat you up, or you can put them out, and maybe that might not be the solution to whatever you're going through, but in my experience, it's always a first step to like finding either a solution or a space in which you can coexist and better deal with whatever you're going through or you have been through. So it's not always easy, for sure, but for me it's almost like a necessity. Yeah.
I want to know,
Yeah.
what makes a good song
What makes
to
a good
you?
song? To me,
Yeah.
emotion. Emotion makes a good song. I feel like, and it's not even just with like soft records. We're not just talking about Cleo Soul or SZA or like even you could be rapping as hard as you possibly ever have.
Yeah.
But if it's not genuine, if you're not like, you mean what you're saying and people can feel what you're saying. There's no, if it's emotionless, it's almost lifeless. People can't feel it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you give it the right emotion, people may not even understand what you're saying, but they'll feel it.
Yeah.
You can't fake a feeling. They'll feel it. So I think that's what makes a good song, emotion.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
2020, new decade, same dreams. This was your first album, right?
Yeah, album number 1.
Yo, this is huge. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people usually don't really look into albums like that, but I feel like if you've done an album, you should be very proud of yourself. Like, even if it's just one.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, and you had a couple of people who
Yeah.
were able to help you out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
There's Nigas Wamichael.
Negus.
Nigas. Yeah, I was like, is it Nigas or Nigas?
Yeah.
Preach. Then you have Elmbuyu, Iron 5-star.
Ian.
Jafar.
5-star, yeah.
Sorry, Iron. Then there's Jafar Cabs.
Mm-hmm.
How was that, and who are these people, and what did they do for this album to come to fruition?
They made the beats for me.
Okay.
I think 5-star made the most beats on that album.
All right.
5 or 6. Jafar made like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mbuyu made 1. Then both of them, Negus or Michael is Mbuyu and OG Preach, they're brothers. So when they
Okay.
produce together, that's their name. They no longer use their individual names.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
That's incredible
Yeah.
because I listened to a couple of songs and I was like, yo, this is so dope.
Yeah. Which was your favorite, if I might ask?
Damn,
Or
I'd
which
have
song?
to go back. It's
Okay.
not one album that I've really taken the time to.
Yeah, I can tell you've
Yeah, like
done a deep dive.
yeah, like I was trying to like listen to everything and also try to like just make sure that I get everything as a whole.
Yeah.
But what really struck me was the illustration. The cover art was dope.
I feel like that cover art was like half the battle won.
Yeah.
That girl gave me such a dope cover.
Yo,
art.
shout out to Tyra Light.
Tara Light, yeah.
Yo.
She gave me. I think I just DM'd her. I remember DMing her, explained to her what I wanted, and yeah, I think she understood the assignment. So,
Yeah, she really, really did.
yeah.
And I want you to just kindly talk to us or take us through your first album.
Mm-hmm.
You said new decade, same dreams. So the dreams is still the same.
Yeah.
It's a new decade, of course.
Yeah.
A lot has happened. A lot has changed.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to understand from you what you were trying to put across with this album.
What I was trying to put across was the resolve that I had, given the fact that it was the turn of the decade. And I feel like things like, like turn of the decade or even just New Year's, like even we're approaching a new year right now.
Yeah.
That's usually a good time to like retreat to your own inner world and, really focus and zone in on what you want to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
So new decade, same dreams was basically me saying, hey, it's this whole new decade. We've made it past the whole decade. That in itself is like, okay, an achievement.
Yeah.
And for like the last half of the previous decade, 2014 or so, up until 2020,
Yeah.
I was doing my thing. I was growing. I was, doing the freestyles, a few mixtapes here and there. And so NDSD is me saying, okay, now it's a new decade. The dreams are still the same. To make it with the rap music, to take it to the world. So it's a new decade, but I still have the same dreams. That was basically it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's an incredible album. I'll definitely need to go have a listen, like a second listen to it.
I'm so happy that people are still listening to that. Like,
Yeah.
I usually feel like when my music gets to the levels I imagine it to get to, like, people are gonna have so much to catch up on.
Yeah,
It's like, it's a
exactly.
lot, and that gives me joy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Fade Away,
yeah.
that was dope.
Thank you.
Nene K, City Boy, EST.
Hey,
Yo,
yeah.
yeah. How was that?
That was dope, man. Shout out to Nene K. That guy, he did that for me. Like, he just liked the song and he was like, yo, you know what, come to my studio, I'll shoot something for you. He shot it for me, had it edited, sent it to me, I uploaded it, Yeah,
Yo,
that's-
and that's how it's supposed to be
yeah,
done,
man.
you know?
Shout out to Neneke. It was even at like my recent show, so
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
I want to talk about ADAAT Records. AD,
Yeah.
or is it, should I say ADAT?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. ADAT Records. And I want to know for you, you decided, okay, fuck the other records. Like, I'm just going to do everything myself. I'm going to produce.
Nah,
I'm going to release everything.
no, it's not
Nah,
that.
okay. So
Yeah.
tell us about this, ADAT Records.
Yeah. So first of all, it stands for a day at a time.
Ah,
That's what it stands for. A
okay,
day at a
okay,
time
okay, okay.
records. And for me, it came at a point where I felt like I was in a record called Major Beat Alert, but it just got to a point where I felt like I was better off on my own.
Okay.
And also apart from that, I was going through a lot of things at that time, and that actually came from, it's a cliche, it's something people say every time, take it a day at a time. It's a cliche, but it came from a conversation I was having with my uncle, and we were just talking about life and all that, and he just happened to mention it in a conversation. And I thought that's exactly what I'll call my label, a day at a time. And for me, it's like, it's more of a mantra than even a label. It's something I try as much as I can to live by. I feel like it's easy to get your mind caught up in either the past, wallowing, regretting, wishing things were different, or foreboding for the future. Like,
Yeah.
that's actually what causes a lot of people anxiety. You're either stuck in the past or you're thinking too much about the future. And I feel like all you can really do is try and make sure that today goes well, because it's all you have. So just taking it a day at a time, ADAT Records. And my vision for it is, first of all, I don't plan to just do everything on my own.
Okay.
I actually do things with other people at times. It's just that they're not like permanent members of it. My long-term vision for it is, hopefully after I've gotten to where I want to get to, or I'm at a place where I'm comfortable enough, I would like to, I don't see like that kid that I was in campus.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back, find that guy or that chick, and do for them what like a Lil Wayne did for like Nicki and Tyga or Drake. Like, even if at the end of the day I'll just have dealt with one or two artists, I really see myself taking someone who I believe in and doing for them what I spent years wishing was done for me.
Yeah.
So that's like my long-term goal with it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
In My Element was the first single under
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was dope. It was a good feeling. It was like, now when I listen to it, I can pick apart like a million different mistakes that people would never hear.
Yeah.
But
Only
now-
you.
Yeah, like only I can hear them. Like, production wise, I like the writing, but specifically production wise. But it was important for me because I feel like it's the first single that it made me believe in myself as a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I was working with this producer called Kashule. He was in Jerusalem. So I remember he would be in his studio, and he was using FL Studio. I think he had Cubase or Ableton. He had like 2 or 3 different DAWs, and those things, it seemed like rocket science to me. So to go from that to making In My Element, it was like, okay, now I'm in the game. Now I feel like this is something I can do. So that's why that record is important to me. It helped me believe in myself as a producer.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
was this like your first produced song?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's huge.
yeah.
That's incredible. How long did it take you to learn?
It's kind of been a slow journey.
Okay.
'Cause to take it back even further, the first record that I now mixed, this one I produced and
You
mixed,
produced them, yeah.
but the first record I mixed, I think it's only on SoundCloud. It's called A Jam. So from that point on, I got my studio. At that time, I was still working, so I had a bit of loose change. I was able to buy some equipment for my studio. I bought it over the course of, when was it? 2018.
Wow.
So 2019 is January. That's the A Jam is the first record I mixed, and from there it's just been bits and pieces. You find this nice tutorial on YouTube. You find this producer on Instagram. You learn a few things. You go here, you learn a few things. You're in a session with someone. You see them do something. You learn a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just been bits and pieces and picking up useful information from different places. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm actually even still learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm sure with anything that we are doing, we're still learning. Like, learning never stops.
It never stops.
But that's incredible that you picked it up and you were like, hey, I'm actually gonna do this. So
Yeah, it's even made my journey
Easier.
because when I hear artists talking about paying for studio time and all that, I'm like, yo,
you could just do it yourself.
you could do it yourself if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually, that's something if anyone is listening and you're like on that point where you're starting, I would highly recommend learn production
Yeah.
or learn an instrument. Like, just learn something about your craft and just take it slowly by slowly. You'll wake up one day, a year, 2 years from now, and you'll be like, wow, how did I even get here?
True.
So yeah, it's really helped me actually.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Uncut Hip Hop Awards Cypher. Yeah.
You're reminding me things I even forgot about.
You forgot. Yeah. We like to go through like a nice CTA here, you know. Let's talk about this cypher. How was it for you? Why did you decide, hey, you know, like this is actually something that I want to be able to be a part of? Yeah.
Miss Ruby put me on to that.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's the one who put me on to that. Of course, me being who I am and me trying to, prove myself and stand on all these other up and coming rappers.
Yeah. Competitors.
I had to hop on that. So shout out to Miss Ruby, shout out to Uncut.
Yeah.
That was a moment for me, and it opened a few doors for me. That's actually how I met Steph Capella.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
that verse is the verse that got his attention.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up. Then you
so-
guys had a song called Gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, we've actually been working with him a bit. So that Uncut freestyle was the entry point into our working relationship.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I want to know when your first performance was on stage.
Man, would you believe I don't even remember?
For real?
I swear I don't, because I was doing there was this thing at the Alchemist. It was, I think it ran for like a year. It was called Open Mic at the Alchemist. And it was hosted by this lady called Sadia Ibrahims.
Yeah.
So like I don't remember the exact first. Oh wait. I actually do.
Yeah.
I actually do.
Tell us.
The very first time I was on stage, how did I forget that? Was in Kitengela. I've remembered. That was, at that time I was in, I think there's even a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was in campus. There was a show that had come up. In campus, I was in this group called Illest. Movement, but it wasn't really movement. It was expletive, star,
Yeah.
alive. So we had gotten this show, and it was in Kitengela, so we went there, performed. It was at a club called 4-on-1. But after that, I didn't really perform for a minute. So after that is when the open mics came at the Alchemist. And the open mics were really important to me because I feel like that's where I kind of learned to manage my stage fright, I would say. Because I had to be on stage was it Tuesdays or Wednesdays? I can't remember either. But every Tuesday, every week for almost like a year, I had to be on stage. I made it my priority to be on stage. And that's really where I feel like I built my live performance bones. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How was it performing the first time?
Nervous, of course.
Yeah.
I think it was like, I felt like the world might be ending. I don't know. It felt like everything had stopped, and this is the only reality now. And yeah, man, I miss I miss that feeling. These days I'm too arrogant. I'm just jumping in the stage and grabbing the mic and
For
going,
real?
like, I don't know where my stage fright went, honestly. The most I get is a bit of butterflies,
Okay.
but I'm never like scared of the stage. I would say I even anticipate it. Like I'm even right now I feel like, I think I tweeted it some weeks ago. I was like, I'd like my dream right now. I feel like I have enough workout. I feel like I want to be on stage for like the next 2-3 years straight. Like when I see someone like maybe say Little Sims or Kendrick, and they're booked until next year but one.
Yeah.
That's like a dream for me. That's what I'm craving right now. I want to be on stage
Dope.
so much until like I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till you get tired.
Till I get tired of it.
Fanisi Music. You said
See,
this was your best live show of your
No doubt.
artistic journey.
and I meant that, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I wish you were there.
Yeah?
It was a dope show.
How was it? Tell us.
First of all, shout out to Fanisi. They just dealing with promoters sometimes is crazy, but Fanisi handled it so professionally.
Yeah.
Every single thing that we asked for as the performers was catered to.
Mm-hmm.
The venue was just right.
Yeah.
The night was like, that night was magical. Like anyone who was there will that show, people will be coming up to me years after to remind me,
Yeah.
yo, I saw you first at Fanisi. Like that show was magical. I can't put it into words, but the night was just right. It went exactly how I hoped it would go,
Yeah.
and even better. So yeah, it was the best live performance I've had so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if
and shout out to Ecstatic as well,
Yeah.
for having me on her set.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it was actually her show. I was just the supporting actor.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Shout out to you, Ecstatic.
Yeah.
I want to be able to, I don't know, talk about it, but that's totally up to you. The African Throne World Tour. You were disappointed.
Yeah.
You came out with a statement.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to be able to talk about it, but we want to know like what happened.
Yeah, I came up with a statement because I felt like it was necessary to, like I told you earlier, these days I'm going to shows and I'm meeting people who, I specifically came to see you. And that night in particular, I met so many people. I was like, yo, Jehovah, what is this? Like, are you just blessing me right in front of my eyes? I met so many people
Yeah.
who were there specifically to see me, and shout out to them if they're listening. Like, if you came on that day specifically to see me, shout out to you.
Yeah.
And so when I wasn't able to go on stage, the next day I just felt like I owed it to them. I didn't even do it to like malign the promoters. That's why I didn't even include their names or tag them.
Tag, yeah.
That was really just for everyone who had come out to see me and was wondering what happened. I just wanted them to know that wasn't my fault. Like I was there. I think they saw me on site. I was there. I was ready, but the organizing, how they were handling it, it was, to put it briefly, it was like, y'all are second tier artists. You're not really,
Like
the show
top.
isn't for you, So it was like, I mean, I get it. It was Nasty C and Casper's show.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah.
But the treatment was, and it didn't even start on that day.
It
even
was before.
throughout that whole week, there's just a couple of things that happened. And what makes me comfortable to even say that is because it wasn't happening just to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was everyone who was, well, not everyone, but a few of us who were contracted by these guys. It was happening to all of us, and at some point, even us, we were like, yo, do we really want to do this show?
Yeah.
But I pulled up there on that day. I was actually there much earlier, like around 3-4 p.m. They told us sound check would be at that time. It wasn't at that time. Actually didn't happen. Went back home, did a few things, came back later. The organizing was just like, by around 11 p.m., it was almost clear to me that I wouldn't be on stage. So yeah, at that point, I just chose to stay and enjoy the show, because I also came to see the show.
Yeah.
So everyone killed it. Who performed, everyone killed it.
Yeah.
Nasty killed it. Casper killed it. I went home. The next day I woke up. And as soon as I put the statement out, honestly, I was good. And some people, people were like, at least you got paid. And I was like, you guys don't know why. If you think I left there happy just because I got paid, like,
yeah.
you really don't understand why I do what I do. But I get it. I get why you would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it as a lesson, and it's definitely impacted how I'll be engaging with event organizers going forward. Yeah.
Okay. 21st April. It's your birthday?
Yeah.
Yo, so you celebrated it by releasing a single, Loose Ends.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Damn.
I want to know why. Like, it's so
Oh,
interesting. You're like, hey, I will gift you guys.
I
You
don't
know?
know, man. It was like, what else can I do? It's my first of all, like I never grew up celebrating birthdays. Yeah, maybe that sounds weird or something.
Yeah.
For religious purposes,
Okay.
like we didn't celebrate birthdays. So
Yeah.
even to date, like birthdays are just like, have you seen like people who don't know what to do with their hands in pictures? That's me on birthdays. Like, what do I do with this?
Like, what do
day?
I do?
Yeah, so it was just like, you know what? I have this song I really like. That's actually one of my favorite songs. I really like that. Like, it's one of those songs I write, and I even ask myself, how did I mix that? Because it sounds so good. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know more now than I knew then.
Then,
Yeah. So it was just like, it's my birthday.
yeah.
Let me drop a song for these my fans, and that's how I'll celebrate it. Yeah, there wasn't much to it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Then came sophomore album, Lost in Motion, 10 songs. Is this your second album?
Yeah, that's my second album.
Second, yeah. How now? Because I wouldn't say you're like a pro, but like now you know what you want to sound like. You know what your music is supposed to be like. I want to know what the journey was like making the sophomore album, Lost in Motion.
That album was Lost in Motion was super important for me. Like, I feel like at that point, there was a point in I want to say from like 2017 so up until maybe late 2019, where things got a bit lit, I would say. Like, I was a young artist coming up. I had, you have this whole nonsensical idea of what it is to be an artist. Too much partying, too much this and that.
Yeah.
And I think at some point I was genuinely running a trap house. Like,
For real?
yeah, at some point things were just a bit too lit. And
Yeah.
Lost in Motion was just me trying to like master my emotions, and it was me coming into the realization that there's a music, and to make this music, to make the best music I can possibly make, and also the only way I can say thank you to to God and the universe for blessing me with the talents I have, is to just calm myself down and focus on what I'm doing. Just get lost in my emotions. Whether that's, I remember during that phase I was making almost a beat or two a day for like more than 6 months.
Wow.
Like, I have a whole folder of beats that I never used. But that helped me because, one, it grew me as a producer.
Yeah.
And also there's something that comes with whatever your craft is, whether you're a chef, whether you're a even the 9 to 5 grind, whether you crochet sweaters, I don't know, whatever your craft is, there's something that comes with you spending as much time as you can with it and staying passionate about it once the excitement is over, once you're feeling like you're almost getting jaded, but you say, no, I won't get jaded, I'll go even deeper, I'll double down.
Yeah.
So on Lost in Motion, that was me doubling down and saying, you know what, if you thought I was at my best on New Decade, Same Dreams or whatever, not yet. Here's Lost in Motion. So it was basically me trying to master my emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Boom Buzz Global. You
Yeah.
talked to Jinx,
Yeah.
and I want to know how that was for you. Must have been quite big.
That was big because I was like, yo, I think it's one of might be one of the first, not one of, it was the first promotional interview I did for a project.
Wow.
Previously, I was just dropping and hoping for the best. But Boomplay, I think I got in touch with them, or I can't remember. But they were kind enough to call me to their offices. We did that interview with Jinx.
Yeah.
I think they playlisted a few songs from Lost in Motion. Yeah, that was really dope.
Dope.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah. Shout out to Jinx.
Shout out to Jinx. Let's talk about Utopia,
Yeah.
which I honestly haven't had time to listen to. But tell us about this. Tell us about Utopia.
So, first of all, contrary to what anyone thinks, it's absolutely not related to the Travis Scott album. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
I had the title way before I even saw any of Travis's marketing. But anyway, that's just synchronicity. Searching for Utopia. Utopia for me is like where I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
You know, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm not just comfortable. You know, there's being you're comfortable with the
Yeah.
music, you're making rent, you're eating, all that. I'm trying to get to a point where it's just pure opulence, you know, like the flyest of whips, the best of clothes, you know.
Trying to take over the globe.
Yeah, like I'm really trying to take over the globe. You know,
Yeah.
multiple addresses in different parts of the city. Like I'm really trying to get to a point where my reality is almost utopic. It's like, is this even real? So searching for utopia. I'm still searching for that utopia,
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
There's a song here called The Mind of a Young Artist.
Yeah.
What is in the mind of a young artist? Specifically you. Because if we say artist, we're being very general.
Yeah.
But I want to know, what's it like?
The mind of a young artist. Will I make it or not? Will they give me a spot? Am I really going? It's just like those. It's me trying to embody those moments that, as a young artist on the come up, whatever field, not even just as a singer or rapper or whatever. There's moments where, especially if you're not, you know, some people do this as maybe like a hobby, and that's cool. I'm not like knocking them, that's cool. But if you're really trying to do it at the level where I'm trying to do it, like I'm trying to get to a point where, you know, like I said, you're booked for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
You have tours all over. When you're trying to get there and you're putting out your best over and over and over again, and sometimes it feels like nothing is giving. The questions that I'm putting in that hook, on some days or some nights, as a young artist, you'll have those questions. Will I make it or not? Will they give me a spot? Am I really gonna pop? You know, so that was basically me speaking to myself for those times when I have those are questions I've asked myself, for real. And I feel like anyone who's on the same path as I am, at some point you've asked yourself those questions. Not every day. If you're asking yourself those questions every day, then you need to like sit down and take control of your mind. That shouldn't be something you think about every day.
Every day,
On
yeah.
most days I'm too lost in my creativity and just enjoying the process. But once in a while, you get to a point where those questions pop up. So that's what the song is about.
Okay. Let's talk about your parents. Do they support you?
My mom does.
Okay.
My mom does. My mom supports me to death. Like she's even been to a few shows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. my
How's
mom-
that been?
Dope. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. Sometimes she worries about me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I think, I don't know who feeds her to some bad information.
Bad
about the
information.
music. Well, it's not bad. It's factual sometimes. Like even as recently as last night, she was asking me, "Umesikia story ya who artist anaitwa I don't know. There's a Nigerian artist called Mobad, who I don't know what happened, but they're saying like he's deceased first of all." But they're saying like his label was involved and everything. So sometimes she worries about me in the industry I'm in, and
Yeah.
she checks up on me to just know that I'm on the right space, even just mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
And she really supports me for real.
That's
My
important.
dad, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's drawn us a bit further apart,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't help because even the music aside, we still had other issues. But now this is, my dad is the kind of like back in the day, I remember I had this doesn't mean that I was too spoiled as a child, but I had a PS2, right?
Okay.
So I remember when he got me that, there was an option to either get Grand Theft Auto 3 or some game about flying airplanes. And me being me, I just wanted to shoot people in the streets and steal some cars. So I picked Grand Theft, and he was so disappointed. But he still bought it for me anyway. But
Yeah.
that's the kind of person he is. I think in his mind, he envisioned me being, I don't know, like a doctor, or a pilot or something. So to go from that to what I'm doing now, I think the disconnect is too great for him. And right now, I think the only thing that would level things out is if I made it beyond even anyone's wildest imaginations. So
I hear you.
it's drawn us a bit further apart, but I know that he's there if I ever need him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like he's not there for me. Yeah,
That's important.
yeah.
That is important. So you came out a month ago with this dope ass visual with one of your songs,
Yeah.
and it's taken off.
Yeah.
People are really liking it. I can see
Yeah.
the comments. Guys are like, "Song is taking me in my zone."
Yeah.
Your sound is super refreshing.
Yeah.
Tapping into the moment is a life skill.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about tapping into the moment.
Yeah.
And that's what the song is about. So I want to know who did the visuals.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about this and how it must be for, you to get recognition. Like guys are like, wow, this is actually so dope. Yeah.
The visual was done by a professional called Hardy Wambiakale,
Okay.
and he's one of the most passionate videographers I've worked with to date. And I like working with him because he actually understands my music. Like even the videographers I've worked with before, they all understand my music for sure. But Hardy's he's the kind of guy who will be chilling and he'll just quote like a line from one of my records from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, yo, you really listened. So yeah, he's a cool guy. He's the one who shot it and edited it.
Wow.
As for the reception, I'm happy, man. I just hope that people are, listening to it and trying to at least tap into the moment. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes when you feel like your mind is racing and all that, all you need is like just tapping into the moment. It's a life skill, and it's not taught. In fact, in the era we are in, they're even taking you further away from the moment. They want you to go into a headset and buy artificial land in the meta or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's crazy.
the moment is eluding us more and more. Like, but it's crucial sometimes to just put everything to silence and just recognize the moment. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm very curious. This whole time, I haven't heard you speak or mention a manager. You've been doing this solo. How has that been for you?
It hasn't been, I wouldn't say it's been bad. I definitely, okay, the thing is, I know people who are being managed, and I don't know, I just see we're like on the same level either way. So it's not like I'm opposed to having a manager,
Okay.
but it would have to be something that brings value to the process. Not just bureaucratic, like, oh yeah, Jaquil as a manager, that da da da. It would have to be someone who I know that if I'm working with this guy, this is someone who they'll get me radio placements, they'll get me shows here and there. And
Yeah.
so far, I haven't really found someone of the sort, but it's not something I would be opposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm very curious as to what you're doing right now. Are you making music? Are you working on another album? Are you doing a couple of features here and there? Are you performing? What's keeping you busy right now?
I just did a feature last week I won't say with whom. I'll leave that to them. Whenever they drop it, whenever they drop it. I'm trying to work on a few visuals. I'm always working on music. That's like in my schedule. That's like I dedicate like a few hours to it every day, whether I'll just write a verse or make a beat. That's something that's always ongoing. But project wise, nah, I don't really feel like my mind is on a project right now. I just
Okay.
wanna. I spent almost 2 years working on Searching for Utopia. Like the first record, Double or Nothing, is a record from January 2021. So it's been a long time coming for this album. And I just want to let it sink, and I don't want to just dive right back into the studio
Yeah.
and then be that guy who makes the same music over and over and over again.
I hear you.
So I would say I'm in like an observatory mode. I'm in a do not disturb mode. I'm just observing my life. And a lot is happening in my life and the lives of people around me. So yeah, I'm just taking it all in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apart from music, what else do you like to do?
Oh man, like hobby wise or
Yeah. Like when I walked in, you were playing a game on your phone. So are you a gamer?
yeah. Like games can actually take too much of my time, man.
Yeah.
I like playing Call of Duty, the mobile version and the PlayStation version. I haven't played the PC version yet. Also, like there's this little silly game, Pool. It's like that game. It's like it's even better than playing actual pool. I mean, it's too addictive.
Yeah.
Movies. Movies can literally. I probably would have delivered my album earlier if I wasn't watching too many movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like I like movies a lot.
Blame it on the movies.
I tried bowling like 1 month ago. I'd always said I would try it. Tried it 1 month ago. I liked it. Yeah, like I do yoga sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
Would you see yourself doing, like, what's the future of your music? Where do you want to take it?
I want to take it. Someone who's really building the template for where I want to take it is Nasty. Nasty C. Like I feel like he's really pushing those international boundaries for his music.
Yeah.
He already took it South Africa wide, Africa wide. Now I feel like his focus is the US market, I think, and also I think he's done some things in Japan. So my focus is to be a globally active artist. I want to touch down in St. Petersburg, Russia, and I know I have like an event promoter there and 2 videographers there. I want to go to Austria, and I know there's this singer that we linked up 2 years ago there. I want to go, like I want to have networks all over the world musically, and not just networks but lucrative networks.
Yeah.
Whether it's fan base wise and being able to push merch to them wherever they are in the world, doing shows all over. That's really my vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody who looks up to you and wants to get into the same industry?
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself so hard that it's almost delusional. Don't spend too much time don't spend too much time focusing on things that don't matter. How do I put it? Like, for example, say you're trying to learn mixing and mastering, right? Don't spend the whole day on YouTube watching tutorials and filling your mind with all this content and actually never opening your computer and mixing and mastering something.
Yeah.
Like, start with what you have, start with what you know, make those trash mixes, write those. I'm not saying your verses are whack, but write those whack verses.
Yeah.
And just get all that out of the way, and most importantly, just spend as much time as you can with your art. Believe in yourself, and just keep your head in the right space, you know, like I feel like I said somewhere between a few years ago, it was too wild for me. I feel like I was too caught up in that young artist perspective. You think it's not a party 24/7.
True.
It may seem like that. You may watch You may watch Future sipping lean on every video. You think Future is tripped out.
Future
Future
is-
is probably like a guy with a gym subscription and a chef, a private
True.
chef in the crib.
Yeah.
And he's very, don't believe in these images too much. Realize that when people say the music business, the business is around the music. There's no music without the musician. So essentially, you are the business.
True.
And the same way, if someone can open their business premise in the morning and they sweep it and they make sure everything is nice and clean. Clean up yourself, whether eat right, work out, just try and be in the best. Be at your best. Whatever your best is, be at your best and do your best and leave everything else to the universe.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that you are keeping it on top? You're doing your best. You're making sure that you're sharpening your skills. Like, what do you do to make sure that you are staying on top?
For me, like fitness I'm very big on fitness. I feel like there's a mental resilience and strength that comes with maintaining a proper fitness regimen. So this doesn't mean you have to like work out 5 hours a day. If you work out 15 minutes a day and you break a sweat and you feel like you've worked out, that's your regimen.
True.
Do that multiple times a week. I try and eat right. I also try and watch the energies that I let into my space, whether it's physically or mentally. I just try and be aware of what kind of energies am I letting into my space. Like I said, I haven't done yoga in a minute because I used to go to this place that they offered free yoga. Then they closed up. I think the donations they were donation-based class. So at the end of the class, we received donations. But I think that wasn't enough to keep them running, so they closed. And after they closed is when I realized, damn, yoga is actually quite expensive in this city.
Well, it is.
So
Ooh,
I haven't
like
done
if you're
that.
trying to get fit, it's
Yo,
expensive.
it
Like
is
gym,
expensive.
yoga.
Yeah, it's actually it's a pretty penny.
Yeah.
But you can also just do fitness at home. Like that shouldn't stop you. So basically fitness, eating well, and just staying cautious of my energies and taking it a day at a time.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So remember how before we went live, I was like, yo, can you freestyle? So I was like, yo, can you actually freestyle? And I told Jack that after the interview is said and done, that I'll pull up a beat and then put him on the spot. Shit, you never know. This could be like the video that gets you out there. J. Cole could see this. Who knows? All right. So I got like a random beat.
Okay.
Let me play it right now.
Do I need headphones or it's good?
I'm gonna play it.
Hey. Yeah. Can't hear the beat though. Can't hear the beat, yeah. Okay. Hey. Game time, can't you see the face on? Tell 'em I'm a body them on they song. I'm barred up, I just need the bass on. I just need the drums and the bass on. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm swimming up the river. Sometimes it be feeling like my prayers gon' be delivered. Sometimes it be feeling like yeah, that's too fast, Yeah, that's a bit too fast. Let's get another one.
Let me get another one. Let's go with like some nice like a nice lo-fi. Okay, so this is gonna be at random. Sorry. They're not paying us. It's an ad. Hola.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey
She asked me why I never make some time. I'm always working, trying to lay a rhyme, seduce a naked mind. And to the naked eye, I'm doing nothing more than bending time and blurring spatial lines. I'm trying to stay aligned, cause really not every vibration is my favorite kind. For most I lack patience, it's a basic vibe. My life ain't that spacious, I need some space just to reflect and talk to thine maker. And find acres on the other side, something like chili peppers. The intentions in my arteries, they keep me tethered. For my recent efforts, everybody giving me applause. I've been building up my networks, pulling strings like old guitars. My 20s wasn't meant to be this heavy. The people were supposed to be more friendly, but the ego was oversized and the ethos on the side. But they say life is a song, and all the shit completes the medley. See, these streets is dead cold. Better put aside your holy heart. See me outside, I got a mask on, Tony Stark. Just a young legend trying to live a dream before he parts. So what it mean? I break a leg, I get the point. I'm throwing darts at home on chops, home alone, feeling like it's Novocaine or honeycombs. Too many flows, I pick him out like Mighty Mo. Any taste of what I got in store. He really created me a connoisseur, and that's the news I'm on poor. In my bag like Jansport, I could transport you. Got him asking for encore. Not a second I was unsure. Should I do me? Should I conform? Did the form or in top form? Got a verse form and the mock form. It's a lot form, but a popcorn, let it pop pop on platforms. I'm a short shot, leave next bruised and whatnot. Black views and false starts, closed doors and call drops. I'm past that.
Okay, no, that's still incredible
Yeah,
that you can be able to do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, so one more thing I want to be able to talk about before you leave. You're trying to get to Berkeley, NYC. Why Berkeley? Tell us about your vision. Tell us how we can be able to make your dream come true.
Berkeley. Why Berkeley? Berkeley is like one of the best, one of the top music schools in the world. Not only for their level, the quality in their teaching, but also the networks you can build while there.
Okay.
So, I mean, of course, I'm looking forward to learning new things. Like I said, I'm really passionate about the course that I've applied and been accepted into is a master's in creative media, songwriting, and production option.
Okay.
So I'm really keen on bettering my skills as a producer because it can go much further. It's not just about music. I also hope, like, even when I'm watching, like I told you, I'm into films and all that. Like, I'm usually analyzing things like the score of these films and just trying to figure out where was the audio engineer's guy, where was the engineer's mind at when he was composing this score, and it's the most interesting thing. Like, you can hear like a sound in a movie and it's like maybe it's, say, it's space and it's like this monster trying to crush a planet, and when you're watching the movie, it really puts you in that world. But then you go and watch behind the scenes, it can spoil it for you because you can find like it's a guy mashing wet oranges with foil around them. Like they make these sounds in the most craziest of ways. But that, to me, I find that interesting. So I'm really hoping I can get to learn more about production and become better at it. And more than that, even just network, because like I said, I envision myself being at a level where I have global networks of musicians and music industry professionals.
Yeah.
So also the networking part for it, for me, is very key. So yeah, that's why I want to go there. And how you can help me get there is contribute to I have an ongoing fundraiser. It's the pinned tweet on my Twitter. It's a pinned post on my Instagram.
Yeah.
So whatever you can assist me with, help me.
Nice. When would you be looking to go?
I was actually supposed to go this September.
Okay.
This nigga is broke.
Yeah. Okay.
I was accepted into this September's course,
Mm-hmm.
but that timeline to raise that money,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. So
Okay.
Berkeley they were kind enough to allow me to, what's it called, to reschedule
okay.
my entry to next year September.
Okay.
And they also allowed me to keep my scholarship. So
Nice.
that's what I'm trying to achieve right now. I'm trying to gather
Okay.
those funds here.
Yes, so please make sure that you go contribute. Just help him so that we can get him to Berkeley, NYC, man. That's going to be incredible. I hope that you get to go.
Thank you.
Yo, that would
Thank
be
you.
incredible. Just save everything. You can even sell everything so by next year,
No,
September.
of
you're
course I will.
Yeah.
If I get to a point where I'm sure
You're
that,
sure,
okay,
yeah.
I'm probably selling everything.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I want to thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for the music that you just keep gifting us as you keep going. Please don't stop. We're going to be cheering you on.
Thank you.
And yeah, please make sure that you go and check him out, guys. This is Jack Quill. It's Jack Quill everywhere, right? Instagram,
Yeah,
Twitter.
Instagram, Twitter, Tidal, even some Indian streaming sites. Like I just put my stuff.
Your stuff.
everywhere. Yeah.
TikTok, I hope.
Man,
Nah, you need to get on
Let me tell
TikTok.
you, I tried TikTok twice.
Twice.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll try it the third time.
Please
Maybe third
try.
time's the
I feel
charm.
like for artists now, I don't
It's
know.
almost
This,
essential.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
aware.
it
I'll
is.
try it, yeah.
all right. Please make sure that you go follow him. It's Jack Will everywhere. Make sure you go stream his music. Make sure you also, if you can, please make sure that you go contribute a little something to get him to go to Berkeley, NYC. He got a scholarship and we're trying to get him to go so that, he can put us out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to tell your fans, the people who've been listening?
Man, thank you for being tuned in. It's Quill to the motherfucking world as always. And,
Hey.
yeah, man, just take care of yourselves, man. Don't forget to take care of yourself. The world needs you.
True.
Be at your best. Do everything to ensure you're at your best. And positive vibes always, man. Peace.
Yeah. You already heard. All right, guys. So I'm going to be here till 7 p.m. So make sure you do not go anywhere. This is the Tuchapiane show. This is Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Get some light chills. I knock 'em out. In fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. Tapping into the moment. It's a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock 'em out. In fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. So I treat this like a sport. ESPN. Got your favorite rapper nagging like let's be friends. Tell me what's a little rapper to a thespian. They best begin working on their next big plans. I practically dance on these beats. I skate through the middle. My heart's ice, full of pain and some riddles. My heart's light, full of games and tickles. That's duality. Working through these parts to find some peace. That's some alchemy. The way it go. Mama looking at me and she tell me that she proud of me. Sister looking at me and she tell me that she follow me. Thinking about my dad and how I had to learn dichotomy. Thinking about the weight this shit lay down on me. Calorie. Thinking about my life and all that turned me to anomaly. Thinking about this bitch who went and fucked the dude that wasn't me. Snakes was in the grass, that's why I had to learn dichotomy. Thinking about the weight this shit lay down on me. Calorie. Tapping into the moment, it's a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock 'em out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. Tapping into the moment, it's a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I get some light chills. I knock 'em out, in fact, they should call me Night Quill. Y'all can't comprehend the shit that I feel. the range bound to change. I can't snap. I feel like for days, like a kite, fly away. I feel lost, confused, not amused, treated veritable. I feel everything. I feel everything. I've been working on myself, baby, you can see the work, All I'm with now is down dogs and mountains and mudras. My sweat ball's been drowning. Can't tell if I'm rhyming or these rhymes are something like sutras. They teach me, release me, they snap chains, they free me, they guide me through milky pathway to chill breeze. The block hot, I keep cool. Knock, it's me, Jurassic, too classic. New tactics on these dudes. On tracks, I'm athletic. Got backflips on backflips on backflips on back. Wait, I ain't trying to catch no backache. That's enough. Mood 05 fabulous. Rule long ride saddle up. Food drop blood Dracula. Who acting up? I put souls in a good place when I leave mine in a good tape full of good taste. They plugged into a new chase for the new taste. They hungry. Too great was born to be. Right on time it dawned on me. I switched up anomaly. Tapping into the life skill. When I'm in my light chills, I knock 'em out of fact. They should call me NyQuil. Tapping into the moment, this a life skill. When I'm in my zone, I guess I'm light chill.
That's another thing. People not giving time to develop anymore. They expect it to be great. You know, from the first record, people like, you better be great. You can't be great. You know, you're new. You have to develop.
Okay, yeah. They wonder why I'm the realest Gen Z. Somebody call the doctor, I'm the illest MC. Sihitaji crown, don't be the next king. Life ukwanga movie, had to read the same script. Wanaskiza looking to get motivation. Najipatia flowers in self-pollination. Money and power, hook the best combination. Ni simple kugawa, but I get correlation. Ini true story, nito once upon a rhyme. At the end of the tunnel, no wanaanza kuona light. Master kwa my lines, only rapper kona vibe. Ku acknowledge me, do go tapa, washa normalize. Fate ili ni adopt, I'm destiny's child. Na look back in the mirror, na siendi reverse. Level mi nacheza iko high, maybe ni drugs. Shots nazishikia juu, jezi ni one. Stress free, niko hapa na relax. Na kuja full speed, na ndo maana na jigas. Femu kwanga real, but kuja na demands. Niko destined kufika mali na deserve. Stress free, niko hapa na relax. Na kuja full speed, na ndo maana na jigas. Femu kwanga real, but kuja na demands. Niko destined kufika mali na deserve. Industry ni jungle, bini Tarzan. Marapa naona danger ahead, Loki ni hazard. Form tunakuja na gang, sifiki one man. Niliway life and death na zili balance. Kila chance na get, I do it better. Kitu mi nafanya na game ni kuibeba. Nadai kuacha legacy flani wata remember. Nimetoka mbali na mbali ndo mi naenda. Everyday mi niligrind kufika hapa. Mary Jane ndo mi nadai kapita paka. Sibongi measurements nikitisha mita 7. Wanadai kuleta beef sikuitisha sapa. You are now rocking with the very best. Commander in chief, mi ndo president. Showstopper, Loki mi ndo main event. The greatest of all time and it's evident. Yeah. The greatest of all time and it's evident. Yeah. The greatest of all time and it's evident. Stress free, niko hapa na relax. Na kuja full speed, na ndo maana na jigas. Femu kwanga real, but kuja na demands. Niko destined kufika mali na deserve. Stress free, niko hapa na relax. Na kuja full speed, na ndo maana na jigas. Femu kwanga real, but kuja na demands. Niko destined kufika mali na deserve.
I got sand on my feet. Feels so sweet to be free on the beach with you. And I got sand on my feet. Feels so sweet to be free, out of reach. We're out of reach. Tupatane malindi, tupate na wahindi, tule na waswahili, nyama tamu sana baharini. Tupatane malindi, tule na waswahili, tupate na wahindi, ngoma tamu sana baharini. Naimba tega sikio, skiza ngoma, skiza tone. It won't be long. Naimba tega sikio, let the music take you home. We won't be long. And I got sand on my feet. Feels so sweet to be free on the beach. With you. And I got sand on my feet. Feels so sweet to be free, out of reach. We're out of reach. Tupatane malindi, tupate na wahindi, tule na waswahili, tamu sana baharini. Tupatane malindi, tule na waswahili, tupate na wahindi, ngoma tamu sana baharini. Ndo nasema tega sikio, skiza ngoma, skiza tone. It won't be long. Yeah. Ndo nasema tega sikio, let the music take you home. It won't be long.
It's been a long time, ni kama you're moving on fine. Nataka well, could you home sometime? We sip some wine, and if it's fine, after I'll make you sing a love song. I promise you will sing it with me all night long. After the operation, nice and fitty. Roll one up, yeah. Things get tricky. Napenda komedi na mziki. Kama ni mapenzi then baby, ulinifanyia nini? Cause I really wanna get time to get know ya. Lakini time flies. Ndaku treat like I'm supposed to. If you just let me show ya. Ndakupa rest on my chest and my shoulders. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then.
Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only portable. Oh, my amiable. Look at the stars, shining so bright to get your attention. But we're so in love, so magical, I'll never love again. Believe it's planning a future now. And when we make love, you taking all the pain away. Oh, Tina Timranade, universal love me ani chango adonde.
This is Radio 254.
Lemoni ani bende, abide Luanda ni Luanda migeno. Okana go pain, okana podi. I must have on my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. I must have on my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only portable. Oh, my amiable. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only portable. Oh, my amiable.
So scared to fall in love again, but your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. So scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything.
Total man. Total man. Total man. Total man.
Mavo on the beat.
Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Total man. Total man. Total man, total man, total man, total man. Amwezi shinda ina fair game. Bigger issue than kucomplain kupea fair game. Walitupa mael kabla shika maem. Tulipitia hell, healing shika hem. Kufika easy heights hawezi ku Everest. Only God is above me, na pia cost of living. Yes, naitanga Nairobics. Venye haso zinagonga mawe. Najua blue tick, na hapo ndio na colors. Wewe, ni manailos na mabantu. Lakini venye wanavuta, tunawaita Kushites. Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Total man, total man. Total man, total man, total man, total man. Si haimalishi distance nikitaja mita. Niki pull up hambongi match, increase content ya pori nita flourish bila just challenge TikTok ku cross dress social vixen kutingisha kwa vida na moshi zala. Tell us more than mangapi umegwara mtaratara lifestyles ya branch na tala sijuju na dudia soja tutanyuria ukiwa next na kaburi ni future unachungulia. Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Total man, total man, total man, total man, total man, total man. Vegans wanajua stake is high. Vacation White Beach Hawaii. Mistakes zako zinakuwa chai. LOL banta za TL uchi to Gucci. Nivo kwa mapato ranking 1 minute weni mwanaume ya kutishi. The next unazuyo another buildings Kepinski. Rumors zimechacha. Umechapa ama unachapa. Pesa onge ama pesa ionge. The three wise men wananifuata ndio wa meet Christ. Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Total man, total man, total man, total man, total man, total man. Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what? Nikiwa mtoto bakauliza nikigrow up nitabi what?
Total Man, that is Total Man Giuliani playing right here on Radio 254. You already know this is the Tuchapiane show, and I am getting requests coming in, so if you have any request, make sure you send them over. This one goes out to Keep Updated KE. They requested for any Wanavokali song. This is Dunia playing right here on Radio 254.
Dunia nihurumie, siku na miaka zapita na sijafika kule nilitarajia niwe maishani, ndoto zangu zimekwamia njiani. Dunia nihurumie, siku na miaka zapita na sijafika kule nilitarajia niwe maishani, ndoto zangu zimekwamia gizani.
Nitang'ang'ania niwe mke nyumbani, lakini mambo yamebadilika duniani. Mama, nisamehe mama, mimi si yule uliyedhani atalea mwana. Ulitarajia niwe mke nyumbani, lakini mambo yamebadilika duniani. Siku na miaka zapita na sijafika kule. Siku na miaka zapita na sijafika kule.
Merci wanavokali, nihurumie, nilikotoka ndio mbali, nipeleke polepole. Mama, alo,
I was waiting for you to call me, but you never did. So now I'm over this. I'm so into you, I don't know what to do. You don't reciprocate. Too little, too late. So tonight I'm letting loose. I'm gonna get over you. TikTok nikitetemesha, kwenye snap ninatetemesha. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Nilikuaminia sana, sana, sana. Nilikuaminia sana, sana, sana. Bash naingia, natesa. Habari waisikia, utaweza. Beste yako pia memba, anakula kama tenda. Inaweza, tarimember. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. I know you like her, I'm not stupid. Get me someone, get me Cupid, get me gin and get me some music. I got to live, I know what I'm doing, and this time I'm through it. Don't know why you're so fucking useless. I'ma try to restrict my movements and fuck your friend cause he introduced us. You're telling me, I'm telling you, get a grip and get a clue. I've been a bitch, I thought you knew. Petty tears, boy, nothing new. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Need love, a real love. Mapenzi ya undercover inaleta pressure, pressure. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go. Breathe in, breathe out. out, breathe in, breathe out. Let it go, 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 go.
Madness. Niko na madem na niko na pombe, usilete tambla hapa tu ni vikombe, usikanyage bounce hawajuangi pole, utabebwa juu kujipate uko sore.
Magushodo wanachachisha dance floor, wamekuja kutingiza hizo vitu zao. Hapa ni shangwe, kelele na nderemo, tunawasha vela tufukuze hizo mapepo.
Soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life,
Ati mnasema mnataka?
soft life.
This is Radio 254, the home of Kenyan music and content.
Itisha yote, tuko na pesa mingi, itisha pombe. Ni magizani si lazima situbonge. We can have some fun and let our fingers do the talking.
She wants some charisma, some tequila. Chachisha, baby anatingiza ni kama amekuja vita. Cheza pole pole, usikanyage waya ya stima. Soft life, 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 soft life.
Yeah, aye. Soft life ambassador, bamukwanga hardcore. Soft light smoke juu, vele metoka ngambo nasikia anti waho. Wanatry kudrive lambo but DL yangu tolewanga tu time ya Prado but bewe na pewe akichoka sema na sijawai shinda kutisha kile ntadishi liwe simana. Choma laftoshe mkono na lebo hadi mbebe pewe na pewe achoke aseme
Soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life, soft life,
aseme
soft life,
aseme
soft life, soft life.
bebe pewe na pewe achoke aseme
That is Charisma, Vic West, and Boutros playing right here on Radio 254. It is about time we get into our words of the day as we build our vocabulary. I usually bring you guys 2 words of the day, one in Sheng and the other one in English. Our English word for today is modicum. Yes, modicum is a noun and it means a moderate or small amount. Modicum comes via late Middle English from a noun form of the Latin word modicus, meaning moderate. The root of modicus is modus, which means measured amount, limit, from which mode the most frequently repeated value in a set of values comes as well. That is our English word for today. And you can be able to use it just to, show the people around you that yes, umekwa ukisoma. You can be like, even on the busiest of days, he or she always made sure to maintain at least a modicum of calm, meaning a small amount of calm. Sasa Sheng, word yetu leo ni mra. Mra means the work you do, yani yo hustle yako. Sometimes it can also mean the area that you stay in. So kamsena kuliza we, yo mra yako ni hao, unafanyanga nini? Wejua tu anakuliza yo hustle yako ni nini? Ama unaishi wapi? Those are our words of the day. Let's get back to the music. This is the Tuchapiane show. I'm your host with the most, Sonia Pinto, making sure that it's nothing but good vibes. Kama unaenda home ama umetoka jobo, don't worry, I got you guys covered.
Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation.
If the product is clean, my lips go numb. I hope my team will meet demand. Sipping tequila nko pale Milan, usibonge na pigs, yo sare aram. Nakuja Uganda, can't wait to land. Hii ni benga, you can't wait to cram. Go shodona Diana, kuja kuhang, nikamshow ukikuja, we kuja ukiran. Sisi uchafua, na venye siwaga tumengara. Mpoa, hakuna chafo play hapa. We kuja kama umejidara. Naibonda itarudi kwa garage. Usibonge bauta jiembaras. Mutura, namara, purura kwa barabara. Hii ni Africa man, usitubebe V-lights. Tuli graduate kutoka kwa green, squeeze it na piga ma white.
Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza.
For sure. Wuzu is a tool of destruction. Duke of Islando. Friday Mandem Q Ramptons. Isend, resend, isiende. Nishari set nangos. Nandos na jitreat mangos. Design da kukill Q fashion. Utasikia mungarepe wa sub juu story kani guap mulare hapo sawa. Word baba, zile za kiajab vina kigawanya pungo na rek wake kawa. Dab step, kila step dab na adabu. Power nap juu ya net kama power tab. Piga gulp, graduate hadi uko gulf. Na. Still I'm living my dream. Nataka benzo na bima. What you talking nani? Neza kubaya kwa benz na unazima.
Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation.
Sani era di April na teta ngedea kuna tatomaje heta. Si vela ndo livuta mlena kesi complicated ni tieni ombeta. Savage ka 21 lijipata inda before graduation. Mnabanja sana. Mindo weta shikanishwa ka corridor lab set ka data litumwa hadi kwa casket mulikisha ka tungsten wako asai atageuzwa past tense teka shower rudi kwa market useonyesha demo wako kwa gang tuna fix matare Easter mina jeshi tunaifanyaga Christmas huku East tuna slang hatutaki za free lunch kama bado mimi na we.
Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha, congratulations. Finally my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Big up my Buddha land of graduation. Memaliza.
Okay. Niko lakini siko. Niko lakini siko. Siko lakini niko. Niko lakini siko. Siko lakini niko. Niko na form, niko kwa form lakini siko. Top of my game, na mod ni siko, games no siko. Niko my zone, ozone, na chat na angels. Wote mapeng, bad bitch, walewi shen. Wako maweng, walifanya business last weekend. Wanacheza na ndom, na game, wanashisha kwa bong. Wanachezanga poker na ping pong, hawajui za dildo. Wanapenda my lingo, mix swa, sheng na ngoso. Kwa fame na goslo, you already know, my goal ni do. Lazima uzito kwa mbosho, modo. Huku form ni modo. Na vibes za Jing Jong, si za guys only, wacheni usoro. Vibes za TikTok, si za chicks only, wacheni chip talk. Juniko, niko lakini siko siko lakini niko lakini siko lakini niko okay. Siko kwa keja, kabla ukuje itabidi umepiga. Siko lakini niko lakini siko. Told us he bet me si calendar, only shoot my shot ki caliber. Buda na stay ki Taliban, this is streets and doof ki diligan. I told her nampenda lakini anataka nimshow ki telenovela. Tela na tela, melanin skin tone napenda. Nashuku alikuwa mavela, ambiguous alikuwa na bonga. Nimshota kujenga, so go ahead, nipe your tenda. Napenda matenda, cheki na lips napenda ngatenda. Na siwezi kutenda, vile mi mbril siwezi kutenda. Napenda matenda, cheki na lips napenda ngatenda. Na siwezi kutenda, vile mi mbril siwezi kutenda. Niko na siko, kwa form niko kwa drama siko. Weekendi niko na form na ngina, drago na jilo. Baridi lazima kajoto lazima upepo. Na rada nacheza kisancho, kama YG, Waiganjo. Chocha na chocha kiru, siko lakini niko. Niko lakini siko lakini niko lakini siko lakini niko lakini siko niko lakini siko lakini niko lakini siko lakini niko.
She said she want a bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind kujiaibisha bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind. Huyu ni wanani mbona anachoma. Huyu ni wanani mbona anachoma. Vile ana dance nika performa, vile ana dance nika maliandika ngoma. Anapenda kula nyama choma, minapenda haga zimenona. Anapenda vako za madonga, minapenda mechi Maradona. Anapenda kula nyama choma, minapenda haga zimenona. Anapenda vako za madonga, minapenda mechi Maradona. She said she want a bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind kujiaibisha bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind. Kama likupea, welcome to the club. Hapa tuko wengi, ngoja upewe sub. Denge amebeba, wengi wanajava. Fala na fall in love. Bad girl riri, buda weka siri. Kienyeji, sex in the city. Awa wasichana, miniko na nviri. Kaniko matire, nikicheki tiri. Anapenda kula nyama choma, minapenda haga zimenona. Anapenda vako za madonga, minapenda mechi Maradona. She said she want a bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind kujiaibisha bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind. She said she want a bad guy. Siezi mind akinimaliza bad guy. Siezi mind kujiaibisha bad guy.
Producer Chrome Okonkwo when niambie ebu decide it's not your time you're with us. When niambie ebu decide it's not your time you're with us. Unadhani bila vya tuwezi ishi? News flash tutaishi fiti, tutakusahau kama kamisi, na memory tutoe kwa akili. Una behave ni kawe tuko na option pia sisi, hiyo ni caution. Kasi huruma singekuwa na wewe, usipo change itabidi nitembeze. Last chance, ati last chance, last chance tuliacha last year. Hiyo ndio ufalamista kikusikia, usipo change kanyanga. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time, iyo witha. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time, iyo witha. We decide, kauta change, sna your time, iyo witha. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time. Unani threat, utaniacha, si uniache. Unatu threat, utaacha kazi, si uache. Unadhani tunajali, ujinga ni kudhani bila wewe hatutasonga, tunasonga. Ujinga ni kudhani bila wewe hatutaomoka, tunaomoka. Wewe ni dam didididam, you're so dumb. Hii dunia si yako pekee, you're so dumb. Utashtuka kuna ngoja nikufuate, usipo change kila mtu njia yake. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time, iyo witha. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time, iyo witha. We decide, kauta change, sna your time, iyo witha. Weniambie, ebu decide, sna your time.
Meja We Decide, playing right here on Radio 254. It is 6 minutes until my show is over, but I did get another song request from Keep Updated KE. This is Vijana Barubaru Urembo ni Bonus.
Sikupendi juu ya skin tone data, nguo chapa iwe Gucci au Prada. Baby piga picha kuji nice, usijipime value using Insta likes na. Forget about the mirror, mimi ndo kioo. What I see in you is all you need to know. Hata macho zako zikikudanganya, makeup on, makeup off, bado weninganya. Ma, potato plus size, it's your body, rock it how you like, no approval. Yeah, black or white, baby wear your skin with pride. Make that decision, head up high, high. Usichochwe, don't believe their lies. Nimekukacha till we close our eyes. If your beauty ever fades, I will love you the same. Urembo ni bonus, urembo ni bonus. If your beauty ever fades, I will love you the same. Urembo ni bonus, urembo ni bonus, urembo ni bonus.
Kusema kweli, you're such a beauty. Saa zingine miujiza, is it your line of duty? Psst, psst, hey cutie, leo nataka twende beyond your fine booty. Let's talk about vile we work hard, always on the grind, hey kusafisha yada. For greener pastures hauhitaji green card, na ndo maana nimekufia, show me my graveyard. Dear skin tafadhali nisikize, you carry a queen hapo ndani na nje. Bila Twitter mention, bado tutamention. Hauhitaji hashtags, new trend in the nation. Her body don't define her. Her skin can define her. She keeps on getting finer. Hata bila nguo za designer unapanda African fine China.
If your beauty ever fades,
ever,
I will love you yes. Urembo ni bonus,
urembo ni bonus,
urembo ni bonus,
urembo ni bonus.
If your beauty ever fades,
ever,
I will love you yes. Urembo ni bonus, urembo ni bonus,
urembo ni bonus,
urembo ni bonus, urembo ni, urembo ni, urembo ni bonus. Urembo ni bona, usiache wakuchoche uweza, wapuuze usisikize ushenzi, wachanganye wageuzie jezi washo. Jiamini, tia bidi, urembo kamili si urembo wa mwili no, wachanganya wageuzie jezi baby washo. Tia mini, tia bidi, urembo kamili si urembo wa mwili no, baby washo. I will love you, I will love you,
This song is incredible, and if you do not know, this song was inspired by the sad reality in our society about how some girls and women are shamed, stigmatized, and rejected for the different skin, bodies, and conditions that they have. This song is incredible. The truth about this song is that it's facts. Honestly, kukua na hiyo urembo ni bonus. That has been my show. It's been amazing. Thank you so much to everybody who has been tuned into the Tuchapiane show. You already know I'm going to be here same time, same place. But of course, different music, different vibes. Who knows? I might have another guest tomorrow, but you have to stay tuned to find out. Make sure you do not go anywhere, because after me is the 254 Express. So siende mahali, keep it tuned to Radio 254. This is the home of Kenyan music and content. Make sure you guys do have a lovely, lovely night. Take care until tomorrow.